Good morning everyone. In this video we're going to calculating certain angles in triangles. And in this case we're going to look at triangle ABC, in which there is a angular bisector D, and we're going to try and calculate every single angle. So we're going to try and calculate angle A1 and 2 and D1 and 2. And to give you like a quick review of what we had so far to calculate angles. The last video you saw something about the angle sum, which meant that three angles in any triangle together are always 180 degrees. We had something, not this chapter but the chapter before, about opposite angles. Remember, that was when we had two lines and these two angles were equal. What did we have as well? We had something with a straight angle. So, for example, whenever you have a straight line, this angle was 180 degrees. The last thing was a angular bisector, and an angular bisector basically bisects an angle into two equal angles. So that's our toolbox for this exercise. Usually with these kinds of exercises they're like puzzles, and usually you have multiple ways of doing it, and some people don't know how to start. And for example, if I want to calculate angle D1, right now that's not possible. So that means you need additional information. And in this case, instead of trying to look at things that you can't do, try to see what are you able to do. So for example, what we can calculate angle A12. Why? Because in triangle ABC, you can say that angle A12 plus angle B plus angle C should be 180 degrees. Well, since angle A12 plus 30 degrees plus 110 is 180 degrees, we know we can calculate A12. This is because of the angle sum. These two things together are already 140 degrees. You want to get to 180, which means that you need an additional 40 degrees. So angle A12 is 40 degrees. That said, we also knew that this line AD is the angular bisector of angle A, which means that angle A1 and A2 should be equal. That's the definition of that line. Well, together they are 40 degrees, so separately there should be 40 divided by 2, which is 20 degrees. So that's because of the bisector. Okay? Sometimes it helps if you write down those answers in your drawing as well. It makes it easier to see what do I already know. Now we are, for example, able to calculate angle D1. Why? Because angle A1 plus angle C plus angle D1 is 180 degrees. Why? Once again, because of the angle sum. Okay, fill this in. Angle D1 is equal to 180 minus the other two, 110, 20, which means that, careful, it should be 50, because 50 degrees plus 20 is 70, plus 110 is 180 degrees. Okay, there's one angle left, D2, and I could use the angle sum in the upper triangle, but I'm going to do it in a different way. angle D1 plus angle D2 is 180 degrees. Why? Remember, in our toolbox we're also having straight angles. So this is a straight angle. That said, we know D1, so 50 degrees plus something, D2 in this case, is 180 degrees. That means that angle D2 is 130 degrees. And by now, we have calculated every single angle in this triangle. And hopefully, this makes some sense. Good luck with the homework exercises. Keep in mind they are somewhat like puzzles, so it might be that you don't see the solution right away. Anyway, good luck.